So I have a guy who cleans my pool like every other week. He is awesome at his job, and about 4 days after he leaves, my backyard looks like a resort. And the neighbors, they have these trees, they're privacy trees, but the trees dump like leaves and sap all into our pool. We have bugs at the side, our water looks very refreshing. And usually by day like 9 to 10, I am there with a net while my daughter's in her bathing suit screaming that there's a bee in the shallow end that is somehow going to sting her. This summer, that mask stopped working because the World Cup is over, my boys are out of camp, and the backyard is now all of our entertainment for the summer. Before I tell you about what we're doing and all the things that Aiper sent us, and there's one thing I don't think anybody's seen before in a backyard, let me tell you what I can do for you. Thank you for your support all these years. I love doing this. Give you a chance to win $500. Made it super simple. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me your favorite thing to do in your backyard. You can leave one comment per day for 10 days. Give the video a thumbs up, watch it all the way through. Open to anybody in the world. And again, all the information you need will be down below. Okay, so my pool has to be swimmable every morning, every afternoon, and every evening. And I am done being the guy with the net. So Aiper, and thank you to them for sponsoring this video, sent over not one robot, but 2 robots. And I've had both of them running in my yard. So one is a smart irrigation system, and the other is a $2,299.99 pool cleaner. And the headline feature of said cleaner, something they are calling cognitive AI. So the question I brought to this review is simple. Does a pool robot need any sort of brain? I have an answer that was a little bit surprising. All right, so this guy is the Aiper Scuba V3 Ultra. It is the world's first, and is a big deal, cognitive AI powered 6-in-1 robotic pool cleaner. And 6-in-1 means it handles the floor, it floats up to the walls, handles the water line, the water surface, the shallow sun shelf areas. We call it a Baja ledge. And there's a 6th trick built in that we'll get to. This does all of it in one pass through your pool. Now about that brain. So on the front, you got 2 cameras, they're like eyes. Aiper calls the system Vision Path 2.0, and the dual setup gives it a wider field of view and actual depth perception, so it can recognize more than 20 types of debris and obstacles, and then judge how far away they are. In practice, that means it slows down when it approaches like a giant pile of leaves so it doesn't scatter them all around, reroutes towards the messiest zone first, and then steers around obstacles instead of just like bulldozing straight into them. So here's example of what it pulls out of my pool: leaves, seed pods, twigs. The cameras handle what the robot sees kind of in that moment. What it does with your whole week is a mode called Cognitive AI Navium. And this is the part that I thought was actually really kind of paradigm shifting for this space. So instead of setting like a rigid timer, it looks at your pool's conditions. So it'll look at own cleaning history, then it'll actually build its own weekly schedule on its own. Windy day coming, it knows the surface is about to get trashed, and it plans around your life instead of you having to plan around it. If the word camera in your family's pool makes you twitchy, that is fair. Aiper thought about that too. 0 images are stored or uploaded. All visual processing happens on the device itself, and it's TÜV certified for data privacy too. And of course, seeing the mess only matters if the robot can actually reach it, and reach it where most robots generally tend to fail. Baja ledges or sun shelves, tanning ledges are kind of the dead zone of pool cleaning. There's not enough water for a normal robot to operate. So the shallow area kind of collects that grime, generally forever until you go out there with the net. The V3 Ultra, it's one of the first ones I've seen actually do this. Works in shallow water as little as 7.9 inches. And it has sort of ledge detection so it can clean along the edge of the shelf without driving itself off the cliff. I've reviewed a lot of these that I've seen not do that. The way it moves between all these zones, a system called Jelly Float. It's got 5 air chambers inside that act like an adjustable buoyancy vest. If you're a scuba dive, like the BCE thing. Letting the robot kind of rise off the floor, pivot, actually hop out of a tight corner if it gets wedged, and then climb up to skim the surface. That air system means the robot floats. Even with a completely dead battery, it stays on top of the water. Anyone who has fished out, 20-ish pounds of robot off the bottom of the deep end with a pole understands what a gift that is. That is just another thing that Aiper thought of when they made this. Add 10 adaptive cleaning paths that adjust your pool shape, and there really isn't a spot that it can't reach. It's that sixth function that I talked about at the beginning, the one I said I would talk about. It's got adjustable chlorine tablet chamber built right into the robot, so it can help dose the water while it drives around. Our pool is salt, so not something that would be useful for us, but if you have a chlorine pool, it's probably pretty helpful. Underneath all the intelligence, the muscle is real too. Dual pumps push out 8,500 gallons per hour of suction, enough to grab sand, leaves, even small stones in a single pass. Everything gets trapped in a micro mesh. It's a dual layer filter that goes down to 3 microns. So day-to-day the experience is one press of a button or one tap in the app, and you also get the cleaning modes, progress, history, and the AI's insight on your pool. When a cycle finishes, the robot surfaces on its own, parks near the edge, drains its water fast so it's lighter, and then pings your phone too. So if you walk out, grab it, and you're done. So does a pool robot need a brain? Need is a strong word, but after watching this thing hunt debris around my main drain while I drank coffee, the answer for me was yes, because a dumb robot runs its pattern whether your pool is filthy or spotless. This one sees a fresh mess and goes after it. With my trees and bug problem, that gap showed up daily. Kind of like simply, I don't really think about my pool anymore. My kids can go in at any time and I know it's gonna be clean. The only job I've left is just heating it and making sure it's warm. Which brings me to the other robot, because the pool is only half of my backyard problem. I got 2 dogs and I got artificial turf, and I'll let you connect the dots. My backyard smelled. So this solves it. It is the Aiper IrriSense 2. It is the world's first 4-in-1 multi-zone smart irrigation system, and the 4-in-1 is the whole pitch. The tower replaces an entire irrigation controller, a set of rotor sprinklers, electrical valve, and then a nutrient feeder. If you ever priced out like a ground system, you know that means things like trenching, pipe, valve boxes, and a number usually with probably 1 to 2 commas in it. This launched at $500, and I've been seeing it for around $370. Setup is a real quick thing. You mount the base, connect a standard garden hose, plug it into the 33-foot power cord, pair with the Aiper app. Nothing gets dug, no contractor has to get paid. The app is where it earns the word smart too. You can map up to 10 separate watering zones, each with its own schedule and watering depth. So if you have a lawn, flower bed, shrubs, and trees, they get exactly the water that they need. My border beds get a proper gentle soak on their own schedule, and I did build a dedicated zone that rinses the dog turf on rotation, so kind of a chore that I could never stay on top of now runs itself. And when people come over, I don't have to apologize for the yard anymore. If you have 2 dogs, you kind of know what that means. My only big thing now is trying to get my boys, again, sitting over there to clean up the dog poop more often. It's true. You gotta clean it up. Yeah, it's gross, I know. Someone's gotta do it. It also watches the weather too. A built-in rain sensor pauses watering when it actually rains, and the app reads the forecast to skip or shift sessions before the storm even shows up. Between the precise zones and the weather awareness, Aiper says you can cut water use by up to 40%. And the water pressure delivery is also TÜV certified for stability. I'm in Southern California, so any product that promises to cut my water bill generally gets my attention before it even is out of the box. The watering itself uses what Aiper calls even rain, which throws water up to 39 feet and covers as much as like 4,800 square feet, simulating natural rainfall instead of just sort of blasting a jet at your soil. It even does a respray pass to catch kind of blind spots. It's also gentle enough that like if you have seedlings or sort of loose soil, they'll stay put, while kind of the driveway, if you have it set up in the front of your house, will stay dry. It's also a nutrient feeder built into the unit, designed to release kind of lawn nutrients automatically along with watering. Aiper says that automatic dispensing feature is kind of finishing its final safety testing, so coming later as opposed to being baked in right now. Alongside it, Aiper also has a soil pulse. It's a microbial organic soil kind of amendment that improves fertility and moisture retention. That one's only available in the US though, when it launched back, I think in February. So 2 practical notes, nobody is surprised. It needs an outdoor outlet and a hose within reach, so plan your placement before you buy. And to get that full 39-foot spray range, you want at least 45 PSI of water pressure. Most homes should have that though, so it shouldn't be an issue, but check yours. So that is my summer. The pool is ready to swim when the boys wake up. Nobody screamed about a bee in the pool for weeks. The border plants have never looked better, and the yard passes the smell tests with 2 dogs. I still happily pay my pool guy because the deep stuff still matters. But the kind of daily grossness between his visits is now sort of somebody else's job. And that somebody charges nothing and never takes any time off. If you want to check out links to the Scuba V3 Ultra or the IrriSense 2, they're all in the description along with any deals I can find too. If your backyard is running your summer instead of the other way around, these two are definitely worth a serious look.